And let's play Tarentum.
Historical background. The city of Tarentum was founded as a Spartan colony originally named Taras in 702 BC. As was the case for Brundisium, southern Italy was a popular site for Greek colonization, resulting in a variety of different city-states, or poleis, at the times when Rome waged its wars of conquest in the area. By the year 500 BC, the city was amongst the most populous cities in the whole world. An influential Tarentine general, or strategos, named Archytas, oversaw Tarentum being declared a hegemon over other Greek city-states in southern Italy during the city's golden age. The city played its part in the Pyrrhic War, which saw massive battles between the Roman Republic and Greek city-state of Epirus, which owned the area at the time. The city eventually fell to the Romans in the year 272 BC via the treachery of the Greek soldiers. Afterwards, Romans demolished the city's defensive walls. Instructions. Welcome, Governor. There is much to do for you, so let us get to the task at hand. You are to rebuild Taras into Tarentum, a proper Roman colony. The city lies in Magna Graecia, Greater Greece, and the hinterlands are occupied mostly by Greek polis or city-states. They are expected to be resentful of Roman presence in the area, with aggressive raids and incursions predicted to increase when Roman armies are occupied elsewhere. This means that you will need to raise, train, equip, and feed a substantial defensive garrison at Tarentum to repel the attacks. My legates tell me that a force of around 6 forts should suffice, along with some defensive works, to withstand even the combined strength of all the enemy polis. This will be of strategic importance. While Tarentum defends and bleeds the enemy dry, our legions will advance and conquer these cities once and for all. We are counting on your innovative approach to deal with any unforeseen occurrences, as you have demonstrated before that you are a competent administrator that can be relied upon. The terrain in Tarentum is not particularly rugged, with ample access to fertile lands and raw resources to establish a flourishing trade emporium and seat of Roman power. The only difficulty is that Tarentum is unable to grow locally, nor to even import olives. If you wish to supply your colonists with olive oil, you will need to import the finished good from abroad. Surveyors have also reported rich veins of iron ore. Use this local resource to arm your forces and sell weapons to the rest of the Republic, since at this time of near constant warfare, weapons are always in high demand. Good luck, Governor. Your performance in Tarentum will determine our future endeavors in Magna Graecia for the foreseeable future.
Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the edicts. Military build-up. For the first 3 forts built and fully staffed with complement of 16 soldiers each, your city will receive funding of 1500 denarii for each. Type of troop doesn't matter. Rich iron deposits. Iron and weapons produced locally are in high demand across the Republic. We got some hints. This is a first military map, so that's why it has extra hints about what invasion points are and whatnot. Obviously, it's here, so we don't need to really worry about that. Now, there are several things we could do. We need 5,000 population. We'll go with 2 blocks once again. And last time I played this, I put a block here, and it's possible we can bring an aqueduct through this. This time, I'm thinking we put this for monuments and probably do block here, block here. Or we could do the same as before, I don't know. This worked really well, but it's near the entry, so let's do that. I'll delete all that. And this. This is gonna be a supply hub. Because when setting up supply hubs, I haven't talked about it much before, but like on Capia you might have seen it, but if this is a supply hub, which means granary, warehouse, and potential gladiator school, actor school on it. Then block here will be able to get the access to it really easily, and then this one can also do it. So that we don't have to set up another granary for the second block, because that's really annoying. So we want to prevent having to do that. Well, at least that's the thought process behind it. We could keep extra space that's a house, and then one extra tile for decorations or whatever behind it. Reason being, I want... we have the space and we might as well do that, so... let's do that. Could have curved around, I don't know how I want this to look like yet. We'll need to count the tiles. This could touch it. It's fine if it does touch it. I don't like the rock if it's like house there and the houses all around it, then it's really tough. If we have an extra spot, then it's better, because then we at least can have a fountain. Also water, we will bring water through here and have a reservoir here, cover the whole thing. This is proper, right? 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, yes. With this 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. There you go. This should work. It does. Yes. You develop sort of a sense for it. When you play the game enough, you will kind of sense what the correct length is. I didn't calculate every single tile, it's just, it adds up to being long enough so it works, and that's what matters. What is the most important though is the width. Again, don't exceed the width, because that's gonna make things really difficult. So, we do want to set up water already. We do want to think about trade. There is gonna be a need for a highway. We can do it. There's an exit point right there. There's a lot of trade here. It's gonna expand later. My path is 3 again, good. Check the trade. Asculum. Iron, stone and weapons. Spontum, timber, stone and vine. That's fine. We can also open other traders, but we need to build a caravanserai for them on this map. Still leave extra 1x1s, which is good. We want extra houses on the outside. There you go. And water. Let's bring the water. It can be all the way here, which is fine. Just need to make a snake adduct to deliver fresh snakes to every Roman household. And tap the water source here. Let's get a native thing set up. This will work. I can make it better. Wasting money, but yeah, essentially I want that for a highway. So that will be fine. For now, just put a road there. Want some services. 2 prefects. Because unrest is a thing. Temple, Venus. Other temples. Probably here. It's a good dump site. Again, look at the map. What is the most useless place? That's where the temples go. It's really not a rocket science. Set our wages lower. Also, I will quickly check something. Okay. So this is set up. Let's wait for people to immigrate. Once again, we could expedite it by putting 1 by 1 stone. No need. Should be an easy enough map to do without. Already have some unemployment, so let's take a look. The first thing we want to make is probably iron. Yeah, iron and stone and trade center. Here we can make timber, but it's okay. Clear the stuff. Get a warehouse. First, let's get the mines done. We want a highway as well. Iron and stone. Let's get a couple of these. Let's get some stone. Warehouse. We want to account for a highway. So 2 tiles away is fine. No, 3 tiles is good. Let's do that. That, highway. Highway can be traversed by destination walkers. So someone delivering iron can go through, but roamers like prefect or engineer will not go through. Warehouse does not need prevention of risk. Let's go ahead and get our stone and iron. We want 8, 8. 8 is usually the most I go for, unless it's very specific. We might want 16, but I'd rather do another warehouse. You know. Especially if depot can build up a buffer, then 8 is fine, because you have like extra 20 waiting in a car to be delivered. Same with the granary. We need to build a bathhouse, otherwise people will explode. Build the bathtub. First goods are here, which means we open the trade route. Skullum, we already have an attack on its way. Open, sell, sell. We have enough money to set up some military, so let's go ahead and do it. We also want to set up some food, because military in Augustus needs food. This is the first military map, so we got the supply post. Soldiers eat food. They eat quite a bit on very hard, which we are playing on. On lower difficulties, they eat less food. You can find the chart in Augustus manual. I also made a video on military and how the consumption rate for that is. I think it's mentioned in at least 2 videos. So it's in the all you need to know about military. We have access to 2 food types here. No wheat yet. There's gonna be a wheat later. Vegetables or pigs. I'll go for pigs because you don't get them on a lot of the maps and it's just kind of cool. So let's go with pigs. This is enough for now. Let's get a granary. We get funding when we build a fort and we fully staff it. So it's actually good for us to do this. It's just an investment because it takes a while for them to get all their workers. This is a depot site for sure. Let's just put some services down. This will accept poor masters and no one else. We accept meats. And we build a fort. I'll build forts here. Javelins are the best unit. There are some other uses for other ones. In the Augustus, legionaries are good. In vanilla, legionaries are terrible. Because on non-linear maps where... This is a linear map, because invasion points are all in one place. You can build defense to counter them all. If you play a map where invasion point is here, 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 which there often are maps like that, then your legionaries that are super slow will not make it before that fight is already going on. And if the invasions are big, then good luck. That's why legionaries are generally not good. In Augustus they are better because they throw javelins in closer range than javelineers. But it's still good. And then they benefit from some bonuses when they have academy training to resist projectiles really well. They can be good. In Augustus, they are actually worthwhile. Well, again, in Julius, no. Who uses legionaries in Julius does not know what's going on. Because they are awful. Unless you can, like, stack all the invasion points in one singular area. Yeah, great, okay. But how many custom maps do that? Maybe 1 out of 10. So that's why they usually don't work. Horses, I refuse to even comment on because cavalry... I know a couple of people who build cavalry because it's cool. I'll leave it at that, because that's the only reason you would build them, even with the recent buffs they now are better by attacking enemies in the rear, or wherever. Yeah, great, but like... I think 99% of circumstances you're just better off having extra unit of javelineers. Archers are like worse javelins, basically. There's very few opportunities for archers to be better. They have more range, yeah, good. In RTS's, range means a lot, right? Yeah, I would think that, but due to how it works, normally the enemies swamp you anyway, so they don't get a chance to actually do that much DPS. They are slightly better in melee, but it doesn't usually help them enough. So they still struggle. But they can be good, like, it's not awful, unlike the horses, which are just awful. So that is the breakdown of the military units. We'll touch upon defenses later, when we build defenses. Let's get a couple of puns. We get extra labor. We will need to open a trade route for Sipontum, sell them stone and timber. Sometimes the low bridge can be bugged when there's a tree in the way, you need to remove the tree. Get some more timber. So really need to lean heavily into economy early on. It's very, very important. And we want stone as well. That is stone right there. We could connect it, but depends. Do I want to connect it? Usually not. Except dockers, timber and stone. I might connect, but these will take too long to deliver, which will make it inefficient. I don't want it to be inefficient, so I'm probably just gonna separate the two areas. Augustus does make horses great. The thing is, do they need to be good? Because the thing is, they don't cost weapons. They are free. So are javelins. You know, free as in they don't cost weapons. I suggested there should be tiered units. So you could have cavalry be costing weapons but be good. But the devs didn't want that, so... You know, I don't know. It's just, how do you solve that? Do they need to be good? In a lot of the situations, not really, because the thing is, they should have a role, but currently the role they do is just not good, because a lot of the maps don't have open engagements where you can run around and have flanking, sort of like Total War and whatever. That's not what happens on a lot of the maps. We'll take the bailout by opening trade with Sipontum already. You just have linear attacks where you set up in one choke point behind some or in front of some towers and just let the fireworks roll, and that's how military works in Caesar. So like, you would have to fundamentally redraw how that works, or again have the tiered system, but the devs didn't want that, so we have this instead. Charge bonus, they do have that sort of where you attack enemies in the rear, they get extra damage. But they still are super squishy, they don't have the durability, and they cannot have it, because if they have durability then they would take away the only thing that legionaries have going for them. So, or almost anything. They're better in Augustus, but still. Horses being tanky is not what the devs want, because that would take away from the auxiliary infantry and legionaries' only strength. So they wanted them to be squishy. But they currently do a little bit more damage if you fight from the rear, and they engage better because previously they couldn't see enemies around them and sort of attack like legionaries can. If you've seen legionaries fight, they can attack into diagonal squares. No other unit can do that apart from auxiliary infantry and now the horses. So that's why they were so awkward before, where you just order them somewhere and they would stand there getting slaughtered, because they did that, they had that going for them, or not going for them. But that's now changed, so they at least have that. Still doesn't make a tremendous difference though, again, they still suck, so... Make of that what you will. If you want to play well, horses will actively make your military worse. So, build them at your own whim. But I do not encourage or recommend it. Because people who build them only play sandbox maps where you can do it. If the map has any challenge, you will get severely punished for making horses. Because they are so bad. That being said, you can play the RC with some horses on some missions. It's kind of funny, but it is not better in any way. So yeah, let's get some markets. Stop. Need some depots. Big meat. 2 to 4. Money is probably not gonna be great, but we'll get the money from this fort once it fills up completely. That being said, I would like a military academy, but it would put me in debt, so probably not a huge fan at the moment. We need plate horses. That's another thing I suggested, but they said they don't want heavy cavalry because it would take away the only role that legionaries have. Even though that would be mobile, it's like opposite of legionaries, but yeah, it would be like tanky, good melee unit. Obviously, why would you make legionaries if you had that? To that I say horses as a resource and weapons. Even more weapons per unit than legionaries. But yeah, I mean, it would take away legionary strength for sure. There's no argument about that. But that's just because legionaries are already kinda niche. Like, they are much better than they were before, no doubt about that. That still doesn't make them good though. Because they still suck. Nowhere near as much as the horses though. Gonna fill in some more area. Can I get away with... Oh, it's already full. Okay. No reason to worry about that then. Let's get another fort of javelins. Received extra money. We need more food. Open this up. Take it from Granada 5. There you go. We can't make marble, but I would really like to not have to do small temples. Let's check how much does a marble cost and if we can import. Asculum sells it. Okay. We need workshops though. Without workshops I can't make use of the marble. Should wait. Rome would buy timber and iron. I would make that a separate dock though. Could do that here. We don't have the workers at the moment, but we will. People are moving in because we expanded the food. And some iron. This is gonna kinda interrupt the block a little bit, but nothing crazy. Oh, that is enclosed. Okay. That's fine. Dockers. Timber and iron. I'm going to open Rome, but it's expensive, so we need to wait, and we will not allow Sipontium to come here. Allied back open. Using is the Val emote eating ruffles? I think it is. go with some that hedges the inner part. Let's get an obelisk. Lararium. Right there, money is not the greatest. Should probably be fine. The first feeding cycle is gonna take a little while, but there is gonna be enough food soon enough. We need some desirability on the back side of this. Let's go ahead and put some extra stuff. It's expensive. I would already like to tax these people. Let's get a form. Pay them extra. Oh, have I not set my... Oh no, I did. Let's give the money to the city. It's fine. Let's open the room already. That money. We sell timber. Is that right? Yep. We can't make workshops yet, so we need to make sure this evolves as much as possible, so we get the prosperity. Could really use more food. The thing about that is we will unlock wheat later, which is much better than pigs. I could still do a couple of pigs at least. So we can set up defenses sort of here, which will allow us to use this area for food. I should probably build some defenses already. Another granary. This might not seem like it's a lot, but it will feed quite a few people. We'll probably daisy chain this one to make sure that there is always food for the military. I could also set up our depot to only take when there is a certain amount. Should be rather good. Let's wait till it activates. Hey fun, that's all. There you go. This one should only take when there is sources more than 4, so there's always food for the military. It's very important. Could use some more iron. Don't really have that much labor, but this should still be fine. Rome should never come here. Also defenses, so we have 1,000, we might as well build some defense. So let's go ahead and make this over here. I want to deploy our legion in this area when we fight. We'll put down some towers as well. Towers need access. There is a setting to make them not have to be connected to a barracks. I recommend using that. They will have a ballista and they will shoot. If there is walls, they'll send sentries out. Even if there is one tile, they'll send a sentry, but that sentry will aggro the enemies. The ballistas will not aggro the enemies, which makes it a superior way of fighting, because you want your troops to get in position before the enemies are, you know, destroying things. And if you aggro them too early, that would be a problem. So markets, we covering it? Yeah, it just takes time. As I said, it's the first feeding cycle. Gods are getting angry already. We have to build more temples. Let us do that. We might even need another set, which I really don't like to do. I'd rather probably burn money on Lararia. Because Lararia are not effective cost efficiency wise, but they don't cost any upkeep. While temples They are cheap, relatively speaking, to make, but they cost you 48 denarii per year for each temple. Got a message. I did things in such a way that all of it fired at once, which is annoying, but yeah, it can. Build a caravanserai to unlock two new trade routes. We will do so. Not yet, though. That is gonna be... well, yeah, we unlocked workshops. So we need to decide... yeah, let's import some marble. You'll start small-scale monument construction already. Accept. I'll accept 4 units only, because we don't need much. And then this will accept monument builders. We set up... let's see. Get some clay. Get some sand. Workshop. Bricks. We can do 3 brickworks. Workshop. Concrete. Monument builders. Accept bricks. And some timber as well. Make a bit of timber. Now this needs to be connected to the rest of the city, at least for now. I will block it off though. Work camp. Get some mausoleum. It's like an oracle, essentially. It's pricey, I know. It's fine. This will be enough. It is costly though. Once we fill up... no, we already received the bailout for this fort. We should make another fort to get the 3rd bailout soon enough. Need 1,000 for it. Need to find a way to continue losing weight. Unfortunately, the way is everyone has a different metabolism, and if yours is not great, then you might not have to eat good things. Just like have a very strict diet, which is probably not what you wanted to hear, but yeah, also I fucked up. Forgetting. We need some pottery. Depot, that sucks. Losing a depot sucks. Real bad. Come on, defects. Some tent people are unhappy. Because depot rebuilding means I have to set it up manually. Again, it's one of the worst things to build from scratch. It was meat from 7 to... we daisy trained it to 2, so let's do that. Let's go to 3rd fort. I'll go for auxiliary swordsman. They don't cost weapons, so they're cheaper. I would go for legionaries, but I don't make weapons yet, because I will make weapons, but not quite yet. We do need to start selling processed goods though. We can sell weapons, I think. Yep. We should sell weapons. Workshop. Weapons. We need some pottery though for this block. It's not fed yet. I will give it another market. That will help. Who else buys weapons? Currently, no one else. We can sell vine to both of these traders, actually. Vine is a bit tricky because of how it works. There is not that much more farmland. So I'd actually rather not do any trading of vine if I can help it. Which means we need to build a caravanserai. If we build a caravanserai, then we will be able to deal things. They will need food though, which is annoying. I have a solution to that, which is build the caravanserai here. Make this be a connection. There you go. We will destroy this later. It's just here for now. And this allows caravanserai workers. There you go. Could do some highway, but I'm not sure if it's worth it yet. That is probably not enough quota. It's December. Let's check the quota. They bought 58 iron, 10... Yeah, they bought almost everything. It's not worth it for the highway yet, because both of these are sea routes. There's a lot of attacks incoming, by the way. Just kinda suck. Making the mausoleum is good. Let's get some Larario. I think Larariums is the correct term, I don't remember. It's one or the other. Agriculture, if I build 2 temples to cities, 2 large ones, I'll unlock wheat. Which is a good deal. We do want to do it. But it will cause the other gods to get angry. So I'd rather wait. Let's get some pottery made. Market ladies. Now workshops, they can go up to like 40 tiles distance before they lose efficiency, I think. This is probably good enough if we build, because the clay pits can also go some distance before they become ineffective. So we can just go ahead and put down this over here, and then they can deliver it. We leave room for some future expansion. And then I want to hug the cliff because I want this to be a block site in the future. So I want to make it inefficient. So funding. This is fine. I'd rather have another defect just in case. Invasion's underway. They arrive from here. Let's go ahead and get the native risk. We should put up a military academy next. Do we have the money for it? Sort of. The first attack is not very large. Probably still some javelin hidden, but it's fine. They are already dead. So we accept some pottery, which means we need to get some entertainment. Let's get amphitheater, gladiator school, actor school now. You do want both. More stones. Oh, good. That is good. We could... let's not block it. More stone quota per year is good. We might actually need more stone made. But it means we would benefit from a highway at this point. At least some highway. All the Marsilia were built. This is getting built as well. The architect will do it. Should see some pottery made. We need 100 workers, so that's not great. Also, these houses need extra desirability, so let's provide it. Once there is pottery, they will evolve to small insula. You can just stack it, it's okay. Need bricks, which is fine. We have everything we might need for this. Be building those large temples to Ceres next. So our money is pretty good. This could be a problem when it's connected to two different layouts. 16 iron. I can stockpile it. This is done. Let's go ahead and get export policy. Caravanserai, new trade routes. So we got Beneventum, which buys iron and weapons, both of which we already make. So let's just open it. And then aluminium, which would be another land trade route. Furniture, I don't make that yet. We could sell it. Weapons and bricks. I don't want to sell bricks, but the weapons are fine. On some of the highway. Probably bring it through here. This will work, by the way. The diagonals do work. Just like to connect it, but it does work. This is expensive, but as long as we have the income, we should just be able to put this down. And they will recalculate the path to adhere to it as well. Actually have a lot of meat right now, which is good. The insula block is nice. We could use another one at this point. Make sure this can access the food. So this block should be 2,800. We can fit like 3,000 plus in this if we evolve it. Meaning I will need only a smaller block, which is perfect. We don't have that much space over here. 8 furniture, 8 oil. Set it up already, and let's do another block first. We do need wheat, but that's gonna be unlocked soon. No, that is hideous. We could make that part of the block itself, but this could be too large. I would not be surprised if it is too large. And it's way more population dense than we need, actually. The game thinks it's fine. This would break. Don't like that. Now it works consistently. I'm not gonna do any side houses. This one will be more than enough, even as it is. It's tempting though, at least some side houses. I can't help myself. Just do it. It's always so good. We can have water come from here. Get a bath. Get some services. We surely have some 1x1s, right? Yeah, not too many, so we'll put stuff on the side. I want 2 prefects. This public order is a concern. Give them Venus Temple. Probably remove one from here, get another mausoleum instead. Theater, amphitheater. Oh no, not here. Elsewhere, because market. Markets need to go close to the supply hub, because distance to market does matter a lot. It matters a lot for efficiency reasons. New crops. Which means I'm gonna demolish this. You can keep it, but I just don't want it because it messes with the jealousness. I play with jealousness on. I would have to build 2 temples, large temples to every god. I don't want to do that. To make some furniture. I cannot cut down a lot of the timber. We could still use this. Yeah, that from here to here is still good if we use this shortcut. I don't love that though, because yeah, I could maybe set up a warehouse to accept and then bring it with a depot instead, because I don't want my farms to go here. That would not be good. That would connecting that would be a big issue. So is this actually. Try to not have that. Or accept a caravanserai here. one or the other, because yeah, that would be terrible. So the best solution is usually to stack your troops. Also, this one does not have a road. Let's get a road. Oh, it's close to the enemies. Okay. Linears are a bit annoying for them. Spooky corpses. Okay. Game doesn't want to let you build near enemies, and enemies, even dead, count as enemies. Have to wait till they disappear. I'll give them water, but we need mergers first. They should have entertainment, so that helps. Extra desirability helps as well with sentiment, but we don't need to provide it yet. It's fine. Need to make some wheat soon. Except once this evolves, we'll get wheat. It's gonna be our next major thing to do. You know, you can make it nice, you can have a lighthouse here or whatever. I don't care for that, like, at all. I just rather not make unnecessary things that are serving no practical purpose. If you do that, good for you, I don't. Ship's bridge. Okay, this needs water. Some wheat. Can we fit a grenadier here? Make it work? Probably not. No, we can. We can. This already is quite a bit of food. Each farm is 320 people fed per year. Even more when it's a second food type, they only eat half. So it's actually like 640, which is ridiculous. Do I not have a car depot? Oh, it's here, isn't it? Yeah. I will probably put them over here. Let's bring more wheat. Need some desirability. We can do that. From 10 to 4. Copy, paste it. Do we have a school? I don't think we have a school here yet. If it's close to a road, we should do Lararia. If it's not close to a road, we should do ponds or statues. Some maps will not have these, obviously. A lot of these early ones have most things available. Let's go for a large pond here. Helps. This is also far away from, or it's close to a highway, rather. So let's go ahead and give them an extra statue. I just don't want to deal with desirability being a problem. Might as well. Now we need a school. We'll need oil. It's pretty simple to set up. We need furniture first, though. That's why I'm waiting for some labor. This is gonna be more population than we need, but that's okay. I should be building a Grand Temple, but this is still being done, so... It doesn't hurt to set it up. I don't know if we can fit it. We can. Once again, you can go for Mercury if you want Plaza, but Venus is even more powerful than Plaza. Which just goes to show how powerful Venus Genetrix is. It is the best Grand Temple by far. As something to be said about how good Neptune is, yeah, it's good, it's not bad, but it's not as good as this by any stretch of the imagination. Can't do that unless I move this. I want some extra food, because I know we will need more than I think. It's always like that. This way. Prefect. We don't need wine because we don't need patricians yet. Is the thing. Prosperity requirements are still low. Even with, if you go for all Gran Insula, you will be at 80 prosperity, which is more than we need. So no reason to go for that. Let's set up 2 car depots. We need some furniture next. That mine is hideous. Let's go for some furniture then. We only need like 6 workshops. If we want to be super safe, we could go for 8. So that each workshop feeds roughly 20 houses per year, regardless of population. Only food is consumed by per population basis in a house. If it is goods they consume, then that's determined by how many houses, not how many people live in the houses. I'll do extra services just in case. This seems like it's gonna backfire, and I don't want it to backfire. I'm just gonna make sure this thing will accept furniture, the whole thing, and then we get it with a depot. Go to 9. Need some oil. Where do we get oil? It's probably Tarentum. There you go. This thing should be getting built, we just need more monument builders, I believe. This can be right there. Another work camp. Sure. Oh no, it's not looking great, but that's okay, we can add a forum. Stone. We are using a lot of it for monuments, so that's why it's a little bit low at the moment. It's alright. Could add more. I don't think we need to. Another invasion. Yeah, I should be adding another fort. Let's get more javelins. Because the invasions can get large. The instructions say 6 forts is enough. Which we don't need 6, but like 4 should be good enough. This does not have a road access, so I should fix that. Get some watchtowers. These will send out patrols, which will aggro the enemies, but it will help us in a big way, so it's worth it. They also shoot arrows, but they also send out guards. But they will require guards from the barracks, so it's gonna take a while before they get any. Yeah, it's the oil imports are killing the money at the moment. Let's go ahead and give them a library and a library. And we need... we will need Venus Temple to be done. Let's add that. Should we have the sand? Yeah. It's all good. The blocks are a bit of a mess. They will get sorted once Venus is done. Meat could be a bit better. We have unemployment, so let's add the farms. That's a granary. No one comes here ever. Let's do meat. Let's wait till it activates. From 13 to 4. Copy, paste it. Yeah, muscle yard done. Could do a small one. When talking about defense, I haven't talked about it much, but you see how there's a hole here? That's on purpose, not only for the guards to have access, but like if you entomb your city completely, the enemies will start busting in from all sides. You don't want that. You want them to path towards the kill zone. And a lot of times they will do that. Not always, but if you don't aggro them preemptively, especially on like Mediolanum, you want them to go to your kill zone. At least they go like towards it, so they don't start busting in here or something. And that's very useful when you have 2 different choke points to defend. Also, square formation gives resistance to projectiles. And also melee defense, which can be quite good. So marble, I will eliminate the limit for marble import. Just get it all. Increase training of weapons. Not that I can make use of that really. I can, but we don't need to. People are upset a little bit. Maybe I missed some wages. No, let's increase it a little bit. They stop whining. They don't like the living conditions. There are some... Oh. Yeah, that would be it. Why is it so cursed? Are you going somewhere else? Maybe it is the fact you're getting more goods than before, which is a possibility. I'll add another market. They're trying to get a bit of food, and each time there's a little bit of meat, they try to get it and they neglect the wheat. I could set up this one to always get wheat, so that we always have at least that going for us, because there is always gonna be a surplus. At least I think so, yeah. It should be completely fine, as long as we feed them. That's almost done. Some bricks, which are being made quite quickly. As long as we have 2 prefects, even the unrest should not cause our prefects to have too many difficulties. There is a lot of crime though. But slowly but surely it's being fed. There you go. Yeah, they can be good against the enemy Javelineers because they can otherwise shred their front line, but normally not really. Like, you are just better with Javelineers and putting them more forward once you kill their enemy front line. You're not terrible, but they are worse than Javelineers. So it depends. If you play a really hard map, you would not want archers. Need entertainment, which is fine. We could have gone with something else, but let's just give it the obvious benefit. Another attack. In Germans, yeah, I know. But the archers are worse against enemies that have like high range defense, which is most melee enemies have high range defense. Therefore, if you are not able to kill the enemy infantry quickly, then you will still be taking a lot more damage because the enemies that shoot you will keep shooting you for longer. So Javelineers are better because they kill the melee enemies more quickly, which means that, yeah, you will take some more damage, but you will be able to move up and kill faster, which is actually more important. Hey Mario, welcome. Stream, what is that? People do stream it, but only rarely. They are better in tanking. The archers are slightly better at melee tanking, but that still doesn't make them good. Because you are, at that point, it's a ranged unit and it has more range. So if it's in melee, it should never be in melee. So like, that's not what I'm looking for in my ranged units, to have melee tanking. Like, you know, if I want melee, I make melee units. But make no mistake, they can work, it's just not, they're not meta. You are better off making javelins and legionaries or auxilia footmen, but that doesn't mean they're awful. What is awful is like horses, that's awful. Like without any doubt, without any shadow of doubt. But the archers are sort of like mid. It's just the case where like, why would I make them if I can just have other things that are better and they cost the same. If it was tiered unit and it was better, I would make them. But not like this. When there is no real reason. Type of food? Ah, wheat. There you go. You've been eating all the meat. Give them the wheat. Some sort of fish. Okay, this will help a lot. So we get Gran Insula. We need some favor, peace, prosperity, which is fine. Peace is just time. So we've beaten it as fast as possible. I'll add some archers, because we don't really need to be super efficient here, but... yeah. Okay, now we should probably add some more wheat. We have labor, so we should use the workers. Otherwise people will get angry. City's blessing. Go away, sheep. There you go. Is that? Yeah, okay. Still open. Must eat pigs. They do. They've been eating meat and only meat for a very long time. Which is fine. We only unlock the wheat later with an event. It's not like we had it all along. These people might need an extra statue or two, even though it might be food they need. Favor, we could send a gift, but I'm pretty sure he's gonna ask for something. If supported by melee, it's like infantry. But that's the javelins as well. So like, situational, but it's just never better. Yeah, it can kill for more range, but it's less DPS. Therefore, you will have that fight take longer, taking more damage from the enemy ranged units, as well as infantry, obviously, because even in StarCraft 2. Okay, let's talk about it. So, do you know how in StarCraft there is an upgrade when you play Wings of Liberty that says vanadium plating? It gives all your units plus 5% HP. In the StarCraft 2 Wings of Liberty, you have this. Either all your units get 5% HP, or all your units shoot 5% faster for every infantry upgrade in the armory, in the engineering bay, right? Well, turns out that people figured out that in every situation, you actually receive less damage by speccing into the 5% attack speed. Because you kill things faster, receiving less damage in turn, because the enemies that are shooting you will shoot you for less time if you kill them quicker. So having more HP does not actually result in you having more survivability in that fight, which is kind of similar here. You have less damage than javelins, therefore you take more damage because the fight takes longer. Yeah, they have more range, but they have less DPS, and they particularly get... The archers are worse against armored units, the ones with a lot of ranged defense, such as, you know, Carthaginian infantry, some of the usual infantry units that are not like Seleucids or stuff. Seleucids have really Iberians, Numidians, these have bad range defense, for which archers are okay. They're still not as good, but against a lot of the armored infantry you're just not doing well. Not as good as you would do if you had javelineers. And that's just straight up how the stat works. So like, if you manage to beat something with them, yeah, great, but it doesn't make them good. Sorry, but I don't believe in that. The numbers say one thing and one thing only, that the archer's just not as good. And if there was a situation where they would be good, I would consider it, but nothing comes to mind really. Because if the fight takes longer, you take more damage, straight up. Not to mention, again, with cavalry, the numbers are extremely against them. There is no situation where cavalry would do better. It's actively hurting you because it's one of your precious fort capacity taking up by a unit that's complete garbage. Weapons. I don't really... well, we need a favor, so I'll do it, but I'm not gonna be selling it, just stockpile. Just stockpile. But you repeat the same thing. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, they have more range, so they can shoot enemies that are shooting them. I know some of the enemy javelins can feel like they shoot you before you shoot them, especially the javelins, enemy javelins. But that doesn't matter because archers have less DPS. Therefore, it's never when the enemies invade. It's never just enemy archers or enemy javelins. It's always some sort of melee and some sort of ranged. Which means your archers need to kill the infantry first. They shoot whatever's first, usually. So it takes them longer to kill the enemy infantry. Meaning, if it javelins, those would be dead already. So you still take probably the same damage, maybe more with archers. It's just you have to do less clicks, because with javelins oftentimes you want to move them an extra tile forward. But that doesn't really have any like practical downside unless you leave it and get picked apart. If you see them shooting you, of course you move. You know? If you don't, then yes, it's better because then you don't have to move. But that's not really a factor in that. And as I explained it like 5 times, if you still don't get it, then please stop. Britons send ranged cavalry ahead. That's not Britons, that's Huns and Goths. Britons have chariots, which don't shoot. They have melee. But yeah, even those don't really matter because the Hunnic archers often run into melee range anyway. And even if they don't, they very rarely stand like on the very edge of your range. So they're kind of stupid. So I still don't think so, sorry, but if you disagree with me, just stop talking about it. Ask someone who will agree with you. Just stop, because it's not true and I refuse to say things that are not true, and this is not true, it's lies, so stop. I told you 5 times, 6 times now, so stop. Let's win. There you go. We do have archers. Where's the attack from, by the way? Well, it doesn't matter. Oh yeah, it's there. I should put them here. I don't care about your point. Your point is false. So why do you keep iterating on it? It's not true. Just go away. Leave me alone with that. How hard do I have to explain it to you? I don't know. You are very tough to go around. Usually, I don't. It's time to stop. Rebuild the tiles. And we just win. We need peace, which is time. We beat it as fast as possible. This map is a little bit cramped, but yeah, we overproduce food by quite a lot. We also went slightly over population capacity. Could have had more houses on the sides, just didn't. But we don't need the workers, so it's fine. 30 weapons, just stockpile it. We can overproduce it. Could add some more. Could send a gift, but no need. We are waiting on peace anyway. He's gonna ask for something, pretty sure. We already have that, so let's send it. And let's win. Perfect size. I mean, it's one of the smaller ones because we are still. This is map 4 in the campaign, so it's not particularly hard or big, or there are not that many objectives. As you know, it's pretty simple. Let's go ahead and accept a promotion.
I knew you would be a key to our plans, Governor. As usual, you did not disappoint my confidence in your abilities. In Tarraco, your skills and logistics are going to be used their fullest potential.
Tarraco next. We've played a lot of maps today. I would like to cover another one so I can upload all this to YouTube. As I said before, I'll stop the stream and I'll start it again.